What's happening, YouTube? We're back here, Southern Champion Garage. Without the garage today, we have to on the carport because we need some level ground. Make things a little easier. And this is Noah, Josh. We coming at y'all. Got the front end done, trying to get the video edited and everything ready for that to show y'all what we've done up there. Got a little issue of our inner fender lip on our new fenders touching the front driver's tire. Passenger's not. They're pretty close, but we looked under the truck, and of course, this thing's got pancake body bushings.
Yeah.
Garbage. But I mean, it's 63.
OG.
It's OG.
Yeah.
So we ordered a set of energy suspension, polyurethane bushing kit for the cab. I know I told y'all in the other video we was gonna get new coil springs, but after further thought, I like the way the truck sits, and it's so close that I think we could probably get by with putting the new bushings under here, and we may roll the inside of that fender just a hair. I wasn't crazy about that, but either I'm gonna take and do it with dollies and a body hammer, or I'm gonna do it with some relief cuts, just some minute with a little small grinding blade, probably on a Dremel where it can be precision. That's what they done back here on this truck. I mean, it already been done, and I'm not planning on replacing bedsides. I'm okay with it because when you get your wood bed in, you're not gonna see it anyway. And from the outside, I mean, unless you're hunting it, you really don't know. And I mean, that's what they done here. And this thing's got some work I got to do to it anyway. So I mean, when I'm all said and done with the body work, you won't be able to tell it. Up front, you sure won't be able to tell it because it's sitting too low. So. But what we done, y'all can see in the video on the other one, you had to check it out. The rake is not what I want. The back of it's sitting up high, and right now we're running a, I think this is a 5-inch drop spring.
Yeah, I think so.
In the back, and a 2-inch block. So if you go over 2-inch blocks, you're gonna have bad pinion angle, and I think we already have some of that. But we're gonna try to get all that squared away. Hadn't really had any issues with the vibration or anything. U-joints is held up. I mean, we've hammered it a few times, and it's all stayed together. But you know, the rear end on this truck is factory. We had a custom drive shaft built with custom U-joints for the horsepower that we got, and actually had it built for spec for a turbo. If we add that to it, so the axles, you know, driveline should be solid. Even Turbo 400, it had some work done to it prior to me putting it in from the guy I got it from. So from here up, I know we're good. And then the front end has totally been replaced. So got all brand new stuff. And I told y'all wrong. We'll have to go back and edit that a little bit. I was thinking I got the spindles from CPP, but I didn't. I got them for Suspension Superstore. So give a shout out to them guys, because I'd actually told them we were loading up the video and everything, and they were wanting to check it out. But they're really reasonable. The parts are spot on. I ain't having no trouble with anything. Other than we got the 5-lug hub sent, and should have 6. But dudes were like Johnny on the spot. They sent me another one out, UPS. Didn't try to snail mail it to me, you know, so I actually got it within a couple of days, and that was Arizona. So anyway, today, due to the way that this thing was sitting, we're trying to get it down lower without putting bags on it. I'm not opposed to bags, but it's just, you know, you have a blowout or something like that of a bag on the side of the road, you're done. And just like taking the wheels off a while ago, I mean, you have to jack the thing up, you have to jack the frame up, undo the wheel, and you still can't get the wheel out because your fender's sitting too low. So you have to put the jack back under here and jack it up until you can get the wheel out. So it's a lengthy process in itself just to do it with a static drop. So you add the complication of bags, you know, we may be off wherever and have a flat, and you know, I mean, it's slammed at that point. I don't even know if you can get a jack under it, especially on the frame. So, and then we'd have to build it up. I mean, you look at how high it is right here. We had to go up higher a few minutes ago, another 6-7 inches to get the tires out. So, you know, that's the whole issue with that. Then you add in the horsepower, twisting, axle wrap, all this good stuff. It's a pain to have to deal with, and it's kind of a budget that's not in line with what we're doing right now. So, what we decided to do, get new body bushings, because we know we have some body bushings that's pancaked. It's touching up front. We're gonna try to fix that problem with that. We got some new 7-inch. No, I'll take that back. They're 6-inch. 6-inch drop springs, and replace the 5-inch drop springs to give us another inch of drop. And I know we're going to be on the axle. We slap the axle now when we hit a bad hole, but we're running Beltec Street Performance shocks. They stop a lot of that problem before it happens. Just, you know, but what we're going to do, we're going to keep the shocks. We got a relocation kit for that. We're going to get these things where they're not laying out towards the cab and they stand back up straight. We got a C-notch. That is CPP. We got that we're going to put on, and the goal today, I guess, is to put the C-notch on. We're going to swap the coil springs out in the back, and then put the shock relocation in the back. So we're going to try to get all that done today, and then the body bushings, we're going to try to get those on as well. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. Don't know if we're going to have enough time, but
I forgot the panhard too.
oh yeah, we do have a new panhard bar, because that won't work. It's already not working, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
With the 7 inches in the back and drop right now, it sits up on the passenger side, got it cocked up sideways. So we got the new one, that is CPP. We got it inside. So, and the new center links up front with the tie rod ends, that all was CPP. The only thing wasn't CPP was the drop spindles and the brake kit. So that come from the Suspension Superstore. Y'all check them out. But other than that, we're just gonna try to start knocking stuff off. First thing is we want to get our wheels off, because I don't want to damage those. Other problem we got is gas tank. So I know we're probably going to end up having to cut this frame with a grinder. Everything's sealed off pretty good. We have a vent tube coming out this thing on the side, so we're going to try to fish it over the tailgate out of the way of sparks. And I do have a Weldon fire blanket that we got for Christmas. Thanks, Dad. Somebody's looking out for me.
That's right.
But this guy, he's watching out for me too. Got me some new tools and stuff. So we're going to try to throw that over this thing just to keep the sparks off. I think we'll be okay, because we don't have a whole lot we got to cut. And we got the bolt-in design for the C-notch, and you can also weld it in if you want to too. So I don't know. We may do that just for giggles. I don't know. But for right now, I guess the next thing is trying to get this, probably the shocks off, because they're going to have to come off anyway. And we're going to have to take the U-bolts out to put the new shock mounts on. So the whole rear end is going to have to come off at some point. But I think what we're going to do to keep from getting an alignment issue going on, I'm going to do one side at a time. And that way, at least I have one side biting where it's supposed to be. Because I have done this on a square body. Or actually, no, it wasn't. It's old school Toyota with a straight axle front end. We used to put lift kits on back today, body lifts and junk, stick blocks under them. So we dropped the whole rear end, but we had one crab walking one time, so I know that's an issue if you don't watch what you're doing. Just getting everything lined back up right and bolted in. So if we drop both U-bolts at one time, there's really nothing holding this rear end one way or another other than our small outliner where we didn't put some paint on the axle where the U-bolt's sitting. So I think we'll just do one at a time. That way we won't have to worry about getting off, and we'll go from there. Well, day 2 of the pan hard bar, the C notch, the shot relocation kit. And is that it? So we got new drop shocks, another inch we added. We got relocation kit for our Beltec street performance. It's what y'all got to have if y'all have a drop. A new pan hard bar, CPP. And CPP, let me mention something. Why in the world would y'all have made a mount but you can't even put a socket or a box-end wrench on? Literally over here, I had to take and almost get the grinder out just to give some clearance. I ended up just getting a dead blow hammer and a chisel. You can't get a socket on that back bolt where this pan hard goes. So I was sitting here with a big monkey wrench trying to get this to work. So I was like, you know what? It's too late today. It's day 2. I'm done. 188, whatever they say. You're done. But anyway, shout out to Cletus. I think we got it all. Piles of shivers, piles of metal in my hand. I tried to wear gloves and all the right PPE, but I still got some on me. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know something.
Check that out right there.
I don't know what they rate this scale 1 to 10, but for lack of YouTube pain in my, you can put your words together. Use your context clues. Grinding these rivets out, it's awesome. Awesome. Because you can't get the grinder in places. So you got to grind all these rivets. Then you got to try to knock them out. I tried to knock them out with a punch. Try to knock them out with a wedge, chisel, you name it. They're going down with the truck when it goes down. So anyway, I just smoothed them out and marked them. And some of them got drilled into and they finally come out. But out of all this, the C notch is probably the worst. So, and it's not over here. My rivets come out okay over here. Well, 2 of them come out okay. You have to mark them. What we done a just some soapstone, marked the holes, and did a little punch where our drill bit would stay in. And we started out with Christmas tree bits, worked okay, broke one. So y'all know it got serious when you break the Christmas tree bit. Milwaukee gave up by I don't know how many times. We had to charge that guy. But anyway, right before dark, we're about to see what it looks like. Y'all gonna see it firsthand with us. So y'all have to go back and look at the other videos or look at it before to see what it looked like before. Because we're about to drop the jacks and see for the first time kind of what we got.
I'm gonna set the camera up real quick. Hang on. I'm just gonna leave it running. I'll trim it out.
Yeah, you'll have to let me come off mine a little bit. And
okay.
So I'm a little higher than you are.
All right, bro.
Whoa!
Oh, okay. Just lay her down there.
Hey, this jack, it sucks.
Well, that's all, folks.
No, it ain't all, folks. Look, if y'all get one of these from Harbor Freight Hobo Special, the little, I don't know what these stupid things are. It's all or nothing. The low pro jack. Yeah, you go ahead and come off yours now. I think I had all 10 foot of the truck, so. And there's something else I was going to do while we were in here with the grinder. Let's go ahead and cut those places out for the.
Holy biscuits. Hang on. It was almost hitting the thing. You going up and down.
All right, let's see what we're working with. That looks way better. Although it's still got a little rake, that looks way better. I think once we put...
Well, you can stand back there now because it's the C notch you can't hit.
Come on, guy. We got to try to get as close to 400 as we can.
That's right.
Because I'm figuring...
Move this out the way so y'all can see, bro.
We still got room so far, I think, on the...
ain't hitting now, is it?
That sounds funny though. What is that?
The shot bottoming out.
I don't know. Maybe it's hitting the. Stay where you at. It may be hitting the tunnel.
Whoops.
Up here at the on that drive shaft.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure it's probably something like that. I can't see.
It's so low.
Let me get in the bed.
All right, bro. Yeah, we should have trimmed that right there where the bed was, for real.
Yeah. Yeah, I think our drive shaft's gonna touch. I think that's what we hitting. Bounce something down. No, it's not touching. But it is less than a finger.
That's crazy.
Sounds like something's hitting though, don't it?
The door's open, I see.
Which door?
This door.
Maybe that's what I'm hearing.
All right, try that. Still kind of making like a bump noise.
Get on up there. Let's see.
Like it's right here.
That's what it sounds like. Oh.
Is it hitting that thing right there?
Yeah, that's my gas tank mount that I
It's
modded.
hitting. Oh yeah.
So
Where the old panhard used to be?
right there.
Oh.
It's touching a little bit. But I think that's it. I think that's all.
At least you got some suspension now, bro. That's what's up.
Yeah, I think we'll be good. So what I was trying to do is see what it looks like with me and you on it. Other than getting off track. I'm like a squirrel, man. See a car running, I go every which way. I don't know. I was trying to see what this thing looks like. I know y'all get to see it, but we don't. I was trying to just see where we would be sitting with 400 pounds. Because what we're going to be with gas, did I say 240? We'll go back and look at the video. So this is what we'll be right here. So we not going to get to the body bushings today. We're running out of daylight again. It's supposed to rain Saturday. Maybe Sunday. We could throw them on because we got the scrub issue up front. So I didn't order the coils. I was going to do the body bushings first because they're absolutely garbage.
Probably gonna have to address that.
But what we'll do is I think I'm going to go ahead and bend this. If you'll hand me that pry tool right there, the big one. You can hand me that one too.
Which one?
The actually that'll work. We did gain about 2 inches of shock travel.
Yeah,
but
that's super nice right there.
We won't be slamming the rear no more, y'all. What little bit we were doing. We tried to measure too and make sure that our rear end was centered. And from what I can tell, it looks like it was even on both sides. We just took a measurement off the, because the body is not true. We took a measurement off of the level. We put it flat up against the hub. And before we put the wheel on, and measured straight across the axle. So wherever the frame was. And then it was like 16.5 inches on both sides. So it looks like from standing here, I mean, I can't tell much about it. It looks okay to me. Somebody had tried to roll the fenders at one point, but they made little relief cuts. And of course, they didn't do it right. They didn't smash them up in there like they should with a hammer. And whatever. So anyway, I took a little vice grip and kind of pushed them on up in because I got captured by one on the back of my jacket. Yeah. It'll reach out there and get you. But anyway, we made it work. So, with that being said, I think if we gain anything from the cab bushings, which we should, I think it's going to be dead level almost when the bed's loaded. Maybe not. I don't know. This looks like it's got more of a rake to it, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a pretty good rake.
Yeah, we went as low as we could go in the back.
That is
6-inch springs, 2-inch blocks.
That's 8 inches in the back.
Yeah.
So
now we did see people using bigger blocks, but you got to keep in mind. I guess you got to what'd you say?
it causes axle wrap and the pinion angle to be wrong, and you have to start shimming stuff. And
they did say you could go lower, but you also got to have coilovers.
I think 10 inches is max, is what they say on the back on the static drop. So
yeah, I think we're borderline classified in like the bagged area. But hey,
yeah, if we just
we try it so you don't freaking have to.
Like I say, if we get this back end down, I mean it's. Let me let you stand on it. Let me see what it looks like.
All right, bro.
I know it's gonna give because it don't sound like hardly any gas is in the tank.
Yeah, I think it's at like 20%.
Say that to me, that'll be perfect. And we put the gas in there. I mean, and I think that'll be pretty good. Because I mean, like I say, we got to get some lift out of these cab bushings. Got to, because dude, they are a pancake. So if we gain a 1/4 of an inch in the front alone, that's gonna put us pretty doggone close. So if it wasn't for this tire touching, we run a 20x9 with a 0 offset. And if we was running a 20x9 with maybe a positive offset, just a little bit, it'd probably be perfect. But 20x8, we'd be way safe with a 0 offset. The backs are 20x10, and I think they are a -20 offset. Seems like I remember. But a 4, I think those are a 4.5 backspace.
I'm not sure on that.
I'll have to look it up. If anybody wants to know, y'all just hit me up. I got all the receipts on my email. I try to keep up with stuff like that where I can go back and reference it real quick in case y'all have any questions. But I'll be tickled. I mean, we solved the problem of what we was trying to accomplish back here. Not only dropping it a little bit, but just main thing is getting some more comfort. I mean, it made those shocks actually do what they're supposed to do. They're not laid forward. And then, of course, the new panhard to keep it straight, when we're going. Because we've got no weight back here. And one of the issues I've been running into with the drum brake, and I think it's that one over there because I meant to open it up. I think one of them's sticking. When you stop, you can kind of feel the axle kind of shift with you just a little bit. And so when we load it up with weight and get everything back in it, I'm interested to see, how it drives and how it rides. Because
it should be a lot better.
We have brand new.
The whole
thing. We just tore it out.
Yeah.
The past week and just redone it. So everything under the front end is new except the upper control arms themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, ball joints, you name it. Center links, tie rod ends, knuckles, brakes. And then back here, I mean.
One good thing, you ain't got to worry about your thing is what I was saying. Did you look at that when I was standing on it?
No, I didn't.
And see if it moved. I didn't think it was gonna hit.
Yeah, one of the problems I was telling y'all. Yeah, we'd be clear. On CPP C notch, it says to mount this thing, and you'll see if you get one. But the panhard bar mount is almost smack dab in the way. So the only way we could get this to work was I took off a corner of the C notch, the actual bracket. I had to grind off this corner piece, but we have that thing pushed up as far as it'll go in the 2 rivets, and that's where the bolts are supposed to go, but they won't fit there. It won't fit like it's supposed to because it was hitting here. So we wasn't cutting the panhard bar mount off, so we just trimmed the bracket and then put it up flush up against the back side of that. And y'all can see it tells you to trim off the plate where the spring's supposed to go, or coil. And we put all the bolts in except we got one up front right here we hadn't drilled out. The reason we didn't because we broke the bit. And I mean, that's nothing to go back and throw on. I can get to it. So I thought about welding it in too, but I mean, I think it's overkill. We got 4. There's 4 here.
1 inch.
There's 2 on the inside. There's 3 here. So you got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9 bolts.
And they're grade 8 too, so
I mean,
you break them, you got some problems.
I don't think my little Harbor Freight welder is gonna do anything magical that's not doing. So just make sure y'all support the frame when you get ready to cut it, just in case it wants to try to bend on you. We had a jack standing under the back behind the axle, and we took a jack and put it up under the cab, and we pretty much just give it enough pressure so it didn't pull it off the jack stand because we didn't want it all up here, but we kind of supported it so it was distributed evenly. And we done one side at a time too, but you still, and yeah, you have 2 cross members there, so I mean, it's in my opinion, it's got a lot of support. But the biggest thing is be careful when you're cutting, because this was our vent. We got our fire blanket. We covered the tank up with that, and we had him back here holding his finger over to keep the vent closed off so we didn't have any gas fumes. During that time, he was my fire watch. So
if you ain't got nobody, you take a rag and put some probably electrical tape around it.
Yeah, you just want to close that off because this thing, I mean, I think our tank is evaporated sitting out here.
It has.
So yeah, it don't have a whole lot in it.
Yeah.
I don't even hear it sloshing hardly.
There's a little bit.
But just be careful, y'all. I mean, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. It's definitely probably, I would say, a weekend job. 2 days. I spent half of yesterday trying to knock out these rivets after I ground the heads off, and I just burned up too much time. So I was like, you know what, we're moving on past that. I ground them flat, marked the holes, and just stuck the drill to it. So, and like I say, I mean, it snapped one of those Christmas tree bits off. We had a couple of new ones, and good that we did. But what I learned is faster. Get you some regular drill bits, of course metal. Give yourself a pilot hole. I went down with like a 1/4 inch maybe bit. Start the hole, go through all the way, and then you go back with the Christmas tree bit, and it worked 10 times faster. So, and another problem we burned them up because we didn't have any penetrating oil or no kind of. Well, we had some motor oil we could have used, but I didn't think about it till after the fact. So just keep your bits lubed up, and they'll probably cut a lot better. Ours got dull, and then it hooked and snapped, and that was it. So I'm glad this is done because I am wore out, and I'm looking at wore out. It's it's gonna be another project. We got to do the same thing on that one as we did on this one. So at least now we know. We try it so y'all don't have to. Remember?
That's right. And on that one, we might do coilovers. You never know.
Yeah.
We'll swap it up and show you guys. What is really the difference? Is it worth the money?
I would, if I had to do over again, I would go coilovers on the front. If I was going with a static drop, I'd just do the drop spindles like we did. And go ahead and just bite the bullet. I mean, QA1, they have adjustable coilovers right there on the fly. And we wouldn't be dealing with what we got going on right now.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if the body mounts don't fix the problem with the front fender, and you can adjust your camber a little bit to get that off, but I'm going to have to roll that front fender a little bit or do some relief cuts and bend it in. But then again, you know, when I got, you know, when everything's loaded down and I got a couple people in the truck, what is it going to do at that point? You know, that's what I need to check. So, you know, you need to do a road test, hitting bridge lips and potholes, and going straight, we're fine. But when we're in turns, trying to turn in a parking lot, that's definitely going to be an issue. You know, a lot of times I've been in this place where I'm running over a speed bump, turning. Yeah, we'd eat the fender up right now. I mean, because we can't even turn it in the yard. But I mean, it still kind of got a gangster lean to it, so I don't know.
It's probably going to be them cab bushings.
To me, like looking at it right here, it looks like it's maybe slanted to the driver's side just a little. It was leaning to the right, but I can't tell nothing now. It's down the hill. But we try to give you all as much detail on this thing as we can. I mean, I know there's 1,000 people who's already done this before us, but just kind of want to, for the people like me who's just starting and trying to get into this stuff, I've always done lift kits and big trucks. I ain't really never been into the lowrider scene.
I know, it's kind of cool to swap up a little bit.
I mean, from here, man, it looks like it's sitting level on both sides, not leaning one way or another.
Yeah, I think it's sitting level.
But
which if those are original cab bushings, then, you know,
yeah,
one could be not doing cab bushing things.
And see, when we put this thing together after we got it off the trailer when we first got it, something was off anyway. The bed was sitting way low. The body lines didn't line up. So I fabbed up a piece of, I say fab, I just cut off some flat stock and built those mounts up in the bed so that it would be even with the body line. And I basically, I brought it up probably a ½ inch back here. So it would be, you know, like I say, up to the body line. And you kind of, you know, looking at it, don't really make sense of why it was like that. Because when I took the bed off, it was, you know, it's bolted on. There's no bushings back here, anything that were missing that I know of. I mean, they have perches they just set on. So I'm not sure why it was dipped in the front, but not in the back. It's like it was something was missing. But you know, if it had brand new cab bushings, I could see, you know, possibly it being off. But with the bed sitting way low, you know, even now when we put the new bushings on the cab, it's gonna probably pick it up even more. So I don't know how that's gonna affect my body line, but that's something else we may have to visit. I don't know. We're just trying to dial it in, y'all. Just, I mean, getting it all back like it should halfway be, half-ish, maybe-ish. I don't know.
Hey, it looks a lot better, man.
I think it looks pretty good. It's gonna look a lot better when we get this paint done. I know a lot of people's don't paint it, but y'all, I mean, it's, you know, especially now with all the body work, I'm gonna have to cut the doors out, replace metal. I got a bunch of stuff I got to do up top. Just, you know, time I get through doing all this stuff, it's just, I'm for sure painting it.
Yeah, you already got 2 new fenders on there now.
Yeah.
You look at that, and you're like, my God, man, I like the fenders.
I got a rendering that I had AI make, and we've been going through a few color schemes. We went through AI or Chat GPT And if y'all don't know about that, check it out. It's Chat GPT. You can go out, take a picture of your ride, put it out there, and tell it what you want. And I
Wheels,
basically,
window tint, paint.
yeah, we tinted the windows.
Yeah.
We swapped paint color schemes, and we've adjusted the ride height. I mean, you know, and it'll even tell you like what you can get by with and what you can't, like static drop and stuff like that. So it's a really helpful tool. You know, before you go and spend money, kind of give you an idea of what you're looking at. But this is what we got, y'all. We're just happy that, you know, 2025 has been a good year. Blessed with finances to be able to do this, and
the channel growth.
Yep. I mean, the channel's been growing, and
Got
you guys are following, and
sponsorships to keep stuff like this going.
The biggest thing, you know, I enjoy out of it is you guys asking questions, or if we can help, you know, because in my world, this is probably petty to what you guys, some of you guys do and know. I'm still learning, but it helps me, you know, continue on when you guys are asking questions and like seem like y'all are interested in what we're doing, because you know, we get questions all the time. I mean, just across the board on stuff, and I mean, we're not hiding any information. We love to give it out, love to point you on the right directions. Because you know, I wouldn't want anybody doing me that way. If I was about to go drop some money on something and I was really serious about it, and somebody else had already done it, been down that path, I mean, ask the question. You know, you can hit us up. I mean, we got a Facebook page. We got
our Facebook is in the bio on YouTube.
Yep. So I had I had a couple people ask me about the steering columns in this one, and you know what to do and what not to do, and who I buy from, and but like I say, we primarily try to stay with Summit. If y'all needing it like in 2 days, we're in Lower Alabama. I think they're based out of Georgia, but 2 days tops, we got it. I mean, like you can count it. You can count it and take it to the bank because it's gonna be here.
The majority of the time, I think it's free, ain't it?
Well, if you spend so much, it's free. Yeah.
Yeah.
And normally when I buy, I try to get, you know,
I think we make kind of big orders anyway when we do buy stuff.
Yeah, it's always a couple $100 every time I buy something most of the time. But they got the rewards. Y'all sign up for that. They give you back for every so many dollars you spend. They give you points, adds up for discounts, and AMD for all our parts, our panels.
Doors,
we got glass seals. Now, you know, we added this suspension superstore to the front. Y'all check them out. We got to get the video sent out to those guys because they want to see what's going on. We trying to promote their company, and like I say, they're in Arizona, and shows everything's American made. So we down with that for sure. Trying to think anybody else we leaving out. Speedway Motors, that's a big one. Like Speedway Motors is I'd say probably the primary. Yeah. We've probably spent more with them than anybody, but just, you know, I think that's pretty well our top picks. So like all that steering stuff came from, you know, columns and signals and relays, and
well, even the motor mounts too, the perches that your motor sits on.
Yeah.
For LS swap, they got that trans tunnel cross member.
Well, we picked up some new LED taillights for the C10. They got the sequential turn signals.
Yeah, those are gonna be nice.
And come with a new relay and all that good stuff. So that's something we got to get to. Got to get that put in. I mean, we got stuff to work on. We got fuel cylinder on this thing we got to put in. It's like sometimes wants to work, sometimes don't.
Ram stuff.
You know, we got one. We just got to drop the tank. We got the Ford still got to have stuff done to it. I got parts in it that we need to do. And then the 71, he just pulled the seat out and got it all kind of prepped and ready to go for The holes in the floorboard, we got some patch panels and stuff. We're gonna start cutting on that one. I'm gonna try to go ahead and get the motor out, motor and transmission.
We're gonna pull the bed and do suspension.
Yep, go ahead and snatch it, and
it's
way easier to work on.
Say because
like
we were kind of on our head right here several times.
Yeah, if this had been with a floor in this bed, y'all, I mean, it would have been a pain. I mean, absolute pain to try to do this. So the bed would have had to come off, 100%. But the reason I hadn't put the bed in up until now is because I was planning on doing all this at some point. And I want to get all this squared away before I try to cover this up. And if I can swing it, because it's kind of expensive, I'm gonna try to put the hinge kit on this thing and have the center section to come up. And just because, not necessarily just how I look, show, it's for maintenance. So I can get under here, I can check my pinion, I can check my, like right now I think I may have a little bit of seal leak.
Well, you could do the gas tank too.
Yeah, I mean the gas tank, the way we got this thing mounted,
yeah,
it don't come out from the bottom like a traditional. So if something happens with this tank, the center's on top, so you don't want to have to go back and tear all your boards off your truck. I mean you can, but it'd be a lot nicer just to have a center section that just, you hit the button and it's on hydraulics. Just like, any kind of hatchback SUV, we got the little actuators is what we're trying to go with, just to come up and give us access so we can climb in here and do what we need to do. I don't have a lift, and the lower we get, the more problems we can run into.
Our jacks barely fit.
Yeah, I mean, we got the little slim jack. It works fine, but and it don't help us been out in the weather. Everything needs greasing because that one there, it comes down like it's 0 to 100.
That one kind of gets you hurt. You don't really want that.
So, and this one's kind of getting that way, but we gotta grease stuff up, and we've been trying to keep it out of the weather. So, next thing's probably gonna be, I really would love to get this exhaust turned a different way, because I mean with this thing, when you crank it up, it blows. It's horrible. And if you just washed it, the rims, I mean all this stuff is getting just nasty, and you leave a dirt storm from here to yonder. So if you at a car show, I mean I wouldn't want nobody doing me that way, but I mean you can't help it if it's set up that way.
Yeah.
But it's blowing dirt, blowing smoke, not smoke, but like dust.
Yeah.
But it's also loud. It's pretty loud in the cab. And I was thinking when we put the wood in here, that may quieten this thing down because it's droning kind of through the bed. So I think that'll help too. But anyway, we appreciate y'all, and y'all subscribe, hit the like button if this helps y'all out. We appreciate it, and put us up on the algorithm a little higher. And
right.
I guess we'll be moving on to the next project. See y'all then.